What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome into the sanctuary, virtual sanctuary of the St. James Show. I am your host. I'm your apostle. I am your Swedish prelate on today, St. James. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming through on tonight. Listen, it is actually, I'm saying tonight because it is 12:32 a.m. in the midnight hour. And I'm here still in Stockholm, Sweden. Do me a great big favor. Will you hit that like button for me? Hit that share, hit that subscribe button for me. Make sure that people know that we're over here at the St. James Show, just talking it up and having a little good time. Turn on your notifications, and also on all your social media sites, share, and share some more. Also, there is your chance on right now to be a member, be a monthly supporting member of the St. James Show and the Carnal Church sector. All right, do that. And there's your different ways to give monetarily if you feel so moved to continue to support this channel. Appreciate each and every one of you. What's going on around these streets? What's up, Tashi? Good to see you. I don't expect everybody. I think it's in the middle of the day. What time is it there? About 3:33 in California, like 3:33 or what have you. What is it? A Friday? What is everybody doing on a Friday at 3:30? Probably still some of y'all still at work, probably. So I that's understandable. Just wanted to come in and check in with everybody. Um, had a great time tonight here in Sweden at the Music and Arts Global. Uh, let's see. Donald doesn't like to call it a conference. What did he say? A summit, maybe? Maybe more like a summit where we're just coming together, being inspired, having a big choir rehearsal and some different types of teaching. We have Dr. Alicia Jones, who is a professor at Cambridge in in the UK. I believe she was over there in Yale as well. I think Rejoice said she was in Yale as well. You just leaving, Happy. Let me see. You're on the East Coast. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about 6. So you good. What's up? The ad numbers are low. I don't know. Probably because I've been on a lot. Probably because I've been on. And I didn't like give it a chance to send notifications out. I came on before it got a chance to send the notifications. So, and I did that because I'm not going to be on here long, y'all. So we are good. We are good. So just wanted to give you guys a little heads up of what's going on here. What's up, Candace? Good to see you. Thanks for sharing the rehearsals. Jonathan Greer was going to be, I forgot Jonathan Greer. Yeah, Jonathan is one of the mass choir co-coordinators. It's him and Dwayne Woods. They share the choir directing of the mass choir. You know, of course, Donald kind of does the main teaching, but when he's done teaching and it comes to directing, maybe for the actual recording, then him and Dwayne, they split up the songs and they actually direct them. So, yeah, I've been knowing Jonathan, I think, since I was probably like 15. I think I've been knowing, and he has been like one of my main inspirations when it comes to choir directing. So I'm just so glad that over the years, I was able to. He actually used to put me up at our church conference. We were the California District Council of the PAW, and he was over the choir. He was over the choir. So when I was a teenager, and I remember him putting me up to direct the song. So, and I can't tell it all. I was just overjoyed. Not only was it a music and art song, but it was one of our mainstays that Jonathan had taught. He had grabbed it and got it from Music and Arts before it was even released. So I always wondered how he got all this music before it was actually released, because he had been with the Music and Arts for so many years under Edwin Hawkins. So yeah, enjoying yourself. How's the turnout? Turnout is wonderful. It's really good. I think this is the second year where we've taken it out of the country, and It's a winner. It really is. It's a winner. And we had some of the legacy members. And when we say legacy members, it's just members who've been in the with the conference about 15 years or more. And I'm right there. I started coming like in 2008. I met Edwin in 2008. So I really consider that as my introduction into the conference because that year he actually told me, my friend, about the music and arts. We've always known about music and arts, but it was always been something that was far off, something that we really didn't think we would actually be a part of until, I brought him to Fresno for a summer arts instructional class on choir directing, and he did a whole week of that. And I think we had to kind of put it under the auspice of choir directing, but of course, he did way more than teach somebody how to direct. That really wasn't the object of it. So that was 2008. So that's why I consider myself as part of the music and arts because we were off and running after that. So yeah, saying that. Oh, let me tell you, and I didn't know I was really barking into that other video. I thought the other, sounds and the other voices would blend. But hey, that's the tenor part. We're in the tenor section. That's what we do. All right, that is just how it is. So, but it's so many really good singers, and I hear so many of you saying that, oh man, I want to go next year. But you know what? Don't just say that though. Be intentional about actually getting out of your comfort zone and going out and traveling. And not only do you get a chance to travel and travel out of the country, but you get a chance to be a part of something like this. If you're a music lover, a gospel music lover, why wouldn't you want to be amongst the people who's actually been, perfecting this thing and are maestros and professors of this gospel music? We're allowing Europe and the Europe side, the Scandinavian side, the Italians and the Ireland and all these other people we're allowing to come in and really appreciate our music more than we do. And you see how enthusiastic they are in there. A lot of us, we want to sit back and be like, when you go to GMWA, they don't get that excited when they sing together. It's just that excitement just isn't there that I've observed. I mean, some songs maybe, but across the board, all the rehearsals are pretty much how I recorded, Vincent Bohannon when he was up teaching his song. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Gospel Music Buzz? You're not here, huh? Let me see something. I was gonna see. Okay. Yeah, you ought to be. I'm checking out your page. Okay, okay. Oh, good. You were able. Okay, so you had a conversation with Donald. See, are you here? Are you here? Huh? I want to know. Are you here in Stockholm? Because if you're not here, you need to be here. Make sure y'all go over there and check that. I'm gonna check out that as well. Go over to Gospel Buzz. Give him a click and a like and a share. All right. What's up, Dr. Mac? I enjoyed the rehearsals. The singing was great, man. They're amazing. Yeah. You said, yeah, I saw a few platforms out there like Set Apart and Chosen, Really Could Be, and Team Pretty. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're not. Okay. It was virtual. Oh, it was virtual. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I mean, that's still great. That's still great. So I definitely want to go over there and check out that your stuff over there. So everybody, go give Gospel Music Buzz a buzz over there, and give him a click and a view. Looks like he has some good interviews and some good gospel stuff going on over there. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you, sir. Yeah. So I mean, those of you who want to actually, you know, get out and participate in things like that, you actually should do it. You should do it. And let's see here. What else was I going to say? But yeah, so and one thing with as we were talking to Donald today, he was just sharing with us his vision and his what he's planning for going forward, and some different ideas that he has for the conference, wanting to bring back. And then he even shared that with everybody the other night, bringing back the making the arts part more prevalent, because rebuilding, you definitely want to start with the music and then making the arts part of it, such as the dancing, liturgical dancing. He wants to bring in the orchestra type of presentation, fashion. I mean, all kind of spoken word. So I think it's going to be even a greater conference, and it gives us a chance to plan, and it gives everybody a chance to plan. If you plan to be at one of the conferences, they're 2 years. We skip a year, so our next one will be in 27. As you remember, I talked about London and still talked about London, and guess what? We're here now in Sweden, so it does come up pretty quickly. But anything great, it needs to be planned. So if you're talking about, I want to see, I want to go, I would plan, get your mind right now, in that mode of being able to go to participate in something like this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, Gary Prim? Good to see you, sir. Yeah, Donald is an amazing mind, amazing musician, songwriter, producer. I mean, all the hats, all the hats, all the hats, all the hats. He wears all the hats, all the hats. But it's really good to be in the same room and be able to experience the greatness, because it will rub off if you allow it to. If you allow it to. Do you guys also do other live recording? Yeah, the live recording is going to be tomorrow, and right now it is no, it's going to be It's tomorrow Saturday. Yeah, yeah, tomorrow Saturday. Where are we at? Today's Saturday. It was really midnight. It's 12:43. Yes. So this evening, later on this evening, we are going to have the recording. We're recording like 10 songs. So it's going to be, y'all hit that like button for me. With everyone right now, hit that like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you have not hit it, I think I just saw somebody hit it on Facebook. I appreciate you hitting that even on Facebook. Do me a favor, if you're scrolling through our storefront church over there at Facebook, please hit that like button as well. And remember, on Facebook, you can also give stars. I think that helps the platform as well. And of course, here on YouTube, you can do super chat, super sticker, and all that good stuff. And it's always things are like ways of donating is always at the bottom of right there, right there, all down. Let's go down further, right down there, right down there. But yeah, definitely put a color on it if you would so like to do that. So yes, we're going to record tonight about 10 songs back to back. Listen here. That's the way it is. Thank you, Kevin. So it'll be globe. It'll be because today, y'all, today. So Gospel Buzz and the rest of y'all, Kevin and all y'all folks, did you download the new that Global Love Alive live in London that was released on today? All right, at midnight. So there is no excuse. I need each and every one of you to go and download that right now. You're gonna hear, let's see here. Let me tell you what's on here. Uh let's name the songs that are on here. Da 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 da. We have El Shaddai, that's with Rodney Posey. Words, that's led by Blanche. We Win is on there. Vincent Bohannon. Precious Jesus Overture, that's led by Bishop John Francis out of London. He was there that evening, and he narrated that. Revelations 19:1, which is our wonderful Jeffrey LaValle, who wrote that song, and we're praying for Jeffrey LaValle. He is not here in Sweden this year. He is going to have another surgery. So we are definitely praying for Jeffrey LaValle. Until I Found the Lord, and that's by Israel Allen out of London. He did a good job on that. The lining of the hymn. They talked about the lining of a hymn with Dr. Alicia Jones and Arian Rhodes, and it brought us into "I Know I've Been Changed," and Arian Rhodes did that. LaShawn Pace's daughter. So make sure that you download that one, and it's going to be it's a great nostalgic type of album, and we love all those songs. So, and if you don't know any of them, download them, and you will you know them then. I have to do another. Okay, I read that. Okay, yeah. So, what else is going on around here? What have I missed? Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? I'm gonna drop the link. I don't know if somebody wants to fill me in on long enough. It ain't something I don't want to talk about, but yeah. It's on Apple Music. It's on all of your platforms. All of your platform. It is on. What's up, Timothy Blaine? Uncle Timothy Blaine. Do you have a Uncle Tim? Do you have a water heater that I can borrow, or that you can um, buy me? I've really been caught up on the beef sector, but listening while I'm here because, well, here it looks like we have some English stations, but still, who watches television? There's nothing really to watch on television. Um, so I've been kind of abreast on what's going on. I know there's been some requests of some negations. What's up, CJ? Good to see you. What's up, Courtney? Yes, yes, yes. Good to see you. Did it times two. Thank you, Gabe Prim. Download. It is on Apple Music. Yes. I guess you're gonna cough a lung. Okay, great, wonderful. What's up, Kamani? Good to see you. You did do it. Okay, great. All right. So I did check that out. I thought that was interesting. But outside of that, there's really not a whole lot going on. Tomorrow, I think we have a kind of a slow. We don't have to be there right in the morning, so I think we're gonna be there in the early afternoon, so I can sleep in just a tad bit and just relax, which is good. And it got to relax your voice as well, because singing all those songs, even though Donald's pretty good about lower it, don't give me full volume, or give me full volume, but it's not always full volume. What's up, Mona Scott? Mona Scott, good to see you. Thank you for hanging out over there at Facebook. We get a little bit of people over there. Will you be taking delegation next time? Well, you know what? I can. And because I have quite a few people who are saying it now, Courtney, that they would like to go. And I mean, and what's the thing about it? I think I'm going to do what we did this time. You go and you either have a little mini vacation before the conference, because I don't like to we shouldn't use the conference as a vacation, because it is a pretty busy seminar or workshop, or summit, as Donald's calling it, because we have all these rehearsals, and then there's not a whole lot of time to do other things. So, um, yeah, I want to see about either taking a delegation or hooking people up with someone who is, taking a group. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but it just really depends on if you have people who are really determined, and because the things always can come up, but sometimes we allow things to come up when we just change our mind. Taking the initiative and doing something different, people just don't like to do all the time. So, what when am I coming back? I'll be back Sunday. I'll be back Sunday. Yeah. I will be back Sunday. Uh, hold on, y'all. Let me cupcake a minute. um, But you know how that goes, Courtney. I mean, everybody has the let's say now that it's 2 years. You got 2 years to consider it, but people just do their thing, and generally, we don't know generally where it is. Maybe 9 months, 8 months out, which is still plenty of time to make arrangements. And Donald did talk about perhaps keeping it in one city for a few years, which makes total sense because you need to build the relationships business wise. And it's understandable why Kojic stays in Memphis or stayed in Memphis for so long. And when they went to St. Louis, they stayed in St. Louis so long. Like the GMWA hops around, but I think the GMWA hops around because they owe people. That's my personal thing. I don't think they settle the bills all the time, but that's what I've heard. But it was reported to me. But it does affect the business of it. But if you stay in a city and you build a great relationship with that city, then you can continue, you should stay there and not lose a whole bunch of money. It hasn't been announced yet, Sean Nathan, where it's going to be. Where it's going to be. It may just very well be back here in Sweden, in Stockholm. Yeah, because you got to remember, the States, people in the States just don't like to travel like that, but everybody else around us travels. That's why 60%, maybe 70%, oh, well over 70%, probably 80%. I'm getting higher and higher of the people that are here are not from the US. Hey, what's up, Jacory? They're not from the US. So it's going to be here. Yeah. Did y'all see the video I put up of LeJune singing? LeJune sung When Sunday Comes Tonight. LeJune Thompson. She's incredible. Lawrence Matthews is here, is singing like butter, as they say, singing with such ease and smoothness. He reminds me of Edwin Hawkins, and the Hawkins is Lawrence Matthews. They're cousins. They're first cousins. So Lawrence Matthews has the sound. And he opened up his mouth just to sing the How Great Thou Art in one of the songs we're doing. It's not a regular How Great Thou Art, but same words, but different arrangement. Amazing. Amazing. He was singing with Kim McFarlane out of Chicago. She's one of the company singers as well. So that sounds great. So that's going to be a hit. And one of the guys from, where is he from? He's from somewhere. He's from another country. I forgot. Yeah. I would hit the and join you. Yeah, you can hit the link, Gospel Music Buzz. Thanks for keeping us in touch. It's in the family. Let me tell you, Jacory, it is definitely in the family. That Lawrence. I mean, without any like push or hesitation, it's just great, What's up, man? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, let me come off of. Let me mute the.
You're there. You're there. I can hear you now.
I'm good. I'm good. I guess I was hearing myself twice. I think maybe I'm not sure
You have
why.
something open in the background. You
Yeah,
have another. Yeah, turn that. Collapse that down that you have in the background.
yeah. I thought I did. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I just took that off. What's going on, man? How are you?
Nothing much. Just hanging out here in Sweden. So why aren't you here?
Actually, I only really got wind of this one that was coming up as of like recent, because I
Really?
know they had the other one when the album was being pushed, and and
Mhm.
someone that was working it on Donald's end kind of reached out like, hey, Donald's doing press. He was gonna initially
Right.
do it in person in New York. I think he had came into town. Might have been Hezekiah Walker or someone that had like a big event that weekend.
Yeah.
Easter.
The Easter week, he was there
Yeah.
doing Hezekiah. Are you in New York?
I'm in New York. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
based out in New York. So he came in to do Hezekiah. I was gonna, book a studio
Yeah.
in New York to do the in person recording. I mean, the in person interview. But then it ended
Yeah.
up just didn't work out. Then they were like, "Hey, we can still do it virtual." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever it is, I'll
Yeah.
tap in. So let's make it happen." So, but yeah, I wasn't aware that it was the second one that was coming up, and that's great that he's able to go through and started do it every 2 years. Because like you said, a lot of folks go to GMWA, they go to Dove. I've been going to
Yeah.
Stellars for like, geez, I don't
Right.
know, 10 plus years.
And
You do all of
there's a
that.
lot of things that you have to commit to if you're in, either artist or music or whatever. So it is a really good thing to just push this and every and then you can better plan and people, yeah.
And it's
It's
only a
the
few days. So even if you go with the family, you can still plan a vacation around it too. Because you
yeah,
do
so
that
what
for a few days.
I went with a friend of mine's choir who took it was 60 of us who went.
Oh wow. Jeez, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
so they sung tonight and they wrecked the place. They just wrecked
Mm,
Alfreda Campbell, or what's that, Lyons Campbell. She was she was with the Lawrence Matthews. He was with us. So we all
mhm,
went together and it was about 60. And what we did, we went to Amsterdam first
mhm.
for 4 days, and then we flew from Amsterdam here to Stockholm.
Nice. Okay, see, that makes sense because like you do
Yeah,
something else, then you come over, you're able to do that. So you make a whole time out of it. So no, I'm with
yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so either if you want to do it or after, you want to do this, but I would rather vacation a little bit time before, because about time you do all that singing and your voice is tired and you just kind of want to go home
That's a good
and
point.
relax. Yeah,
So
they are
how
definitely
is it?
Bay Area's.
Sorry, I was gonna say how is it really like when you guys do the
Mhm.
live recording? Is it everyone that is in the room? There's like it's just mic throughout and everyone is participating, or only
Yes,
the
so
assigned singers?
it's really just an audience full of a big 600 people choir. It's about 600
Wow.
there
Okay.
this year, which is more than last year.
Hmm.
So we're all just in the audience in the front. Now, in this particular venue that we're in, there's a balcony and there's like a mezzanine in the back. So people who are coming to spectate and to just participate, they can do that as well. Like we had people there tonight, and then there'll be people there tomorrow, but they're
Okay.
kind of behind us. Yeah.
Got it. I was wondering
Yeah.
about the layout, yeah, because I was trying to look
Mhm.
at some of the videos and I was wondering about the layout. I was like, oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a definitely a different model. But if you're talking about Donald Lawrence, he doesn't do things the regular way.
No, I'm with and I'm loving the album, man.
Yeah.
I'm loving
Yeah.
words. Like words just is just one of my favorite I've been going back to over and over. Of course,
And the way
the
Black sung
revelation.
that
Yeah,
song tonight, the way she sung it tonight.
beautiful.
So what we did tonight, since it was released today, we since the album was released today, we did 3 or 4 songs from that album in London tonight. After the showcase,
Got it.
after the choirs came in, man, we had choir from Italy, Copenhagen, Denmark, Montreal, Tisdale came through from
Oh,
Oklahoma City.
really? Oh,
Oh
wow.
yeah,
Okay, okay. Nice with the
yeah.
chorale. Nice.
Yeah, his group was really, really good, and I was so happy to see them younger group from the States, and I think more from the States need to be, because what you're doing, you go by Sharon or
Yeah, Sherwin. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Sherwin. I mean, if I had a choir right now, I would be here because you ought to get tired of going to your next mom and pop musicals.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
Come and get that special effort where you're now being invited to Italy, to Spain, to Germany, because your choir is great. They want you to either come as a director because you're good with your choir,
Yeah.
or they want you to bring your whole group. And somebody like Montreal, he has a smaller group. That's an easy travel.
Yeah, yeah. If Vincent bring
So
his whole SOV, that's a lot because he got a
now if
lot of
disagree that is exact, but I think he's taken quite a few of them out, but not a whole lot of them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so when you went live, I saw he was there today when you were going live and you got to watch
Yeah.
some of that. That was cool. Kind of bringing us into the room for the rest of us that's not there. So
Yeah, and I went
appreciate you
in
on that.
and everybody, and once I turned it off and I was walking around, they're like, "You're not on anymore." I'm like, "No," because Ted Wynn that came in and some other
Uh,
people. and I wanted to kind of throw them on there. But Vincent had said, I was looking for you. I'm like, I'm here. So I mean, and everybody, I really like it because everybody is just so personable and so nice. There's just not a whole lot of, and with the out of country, these people are really nice. And I think we can learn from that. We try to be such grand folks, in gospel music, but
Hmm.
they're so hungry just to, you know, rub elbows with us and kind of and they said, and one of the guys said it today. He's like, it's just not natural for us, but it's natural for you guys. And we love how we can just gleam off of you guys and pull from you because it's such a natural thing. Yeah.
No, no, that makes perfect sense. And
Yeah.
was JJ Harris there today or no?
He'll be there tomorrow.
Okay,
He'll
I
be
thought I
there
saw
tomorrow.
something.
He
Okay.
may have he wasn't in the building. I didn't see him in the building today, but he's going to be presenting No Reason to Fear tomorrow. Anita Wilson and Rick Robinson will be
Oh,
doing
really? Nice.
More Than Anything, his song More Than Anything. David Bratton will be doing Every Praise.
Yeah, yeah, David's amazing. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
at a live recording he did with himself,
Hmm.
and a few others out in Queens. I'm waiting to see when that's released. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
David is great. Yeah, I got to meet him in person a few times. Yeah, he's
Oh,
pretty cool.
good. What I like one thing that Donald said today, what he likes to do is bring the songwriters of some of these great songs. We know the people that are presenting them to us, but we probably, and nine times out of 10, we don't know the writers of the song, you
Most
know.
most of the time, yeah, he's written some really big songs. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So in last year, I mean, a couple years ago, when the last one with LaValle, what's his name? I just said it. Um, uh, oh God, he does Revelations 19:1.
Yep, yep. You were talking about that
Yeah,
one.
it was wonderful to see him in the building because that song has been like a mainstay in gospel music and choirs for a long time.
And then
You
to
know,
bring him in, and even when he came in the beginning on that, just to say this is one of the biggest like
yeah,
honor of his life and all of that. Like again, you felt the moment,
you
and
did.
you felt the honor that Donald was also bestowing on him, as well too, just to say, hey, we respect you. So that was
Jeffrey
great to see
LaValle.
that.
Thank you so much, Liddy. I couldn't think of the name for nothing. Yeah, Jeffrey. And he wrote a letter that Donald wrote today because he was so it's so fortunate that he couldn't be with us because he's having to have another spine surgery. So
Wow. Okay.
we definitely have to
Keep
pray
him
for
in
him.
prayer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So New York. So who's your favorite? Go ahead and mess yourself up. Let me know who your favorite.
Nice. I was gonna say I love the music. I'm a fan of the music. I'm not even doing that. Next thing you know, I reach out to someone for an interview, and
They
they
were
were
like,
like,
"Oh no,
you didn't
why don't you
shout me
call
out.
Hezekiah?"
Yeah, yeah. You didn't shout me out in that big platform that day. That's why we're gonna snub you. I
Uh-huh,
got a hard time enough as it is.
that is hilarious. But I mean, do you like are you a choir guy? Are you more praise and worship? Are you
No, I
group?
would say more praise and worship. Again,
Okay.
like I've been to just about all Jonathan McReynolds live recording concerts and stuff that he
Gotcha.
sort of have in and around and so forth. I mean,
Mhm.
but I grew up in the Caribbean, so it wasn't a
Gotcha.
whole lot of choir per se, but it's a lot
Mhm.
of praise and worship, a lot of Caribbean music, of course, anything that has to flow from that side of things. But anything
Yeah,
that can get you clapping and moving and dancing and shaking,
yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with it. And I've been to a few of Hezekiah Walker's choir rehearsals when I've done
Mm.
those, during the time of Stellar Awards. And even
Uh-huh.
what is this gentleman name? Is it Will? I think I'm messing his name up. That's been doing choir rehearsal with friends. What's this gentleman name?
Will
Choir rehearsal.
Johnson.
Yes, yes, good. I
Yeah.
think even what he've done of like putting that twist and having like
That's
I feel like
amazing.
that have
He
brought
found
a
a
lot of
niche.
folks out. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that have got me really because I went to his when he did it at SOBs in New York and it had the whole place on fire. So I was really
Yeah.
vibing out to that. It was a whole different kind of feel to it. So yeah, I mean I kind of like it, even though I didn't grow up with choir a lot,
Mhm.
but I've definitely started to appreciate it a whole lot
But
more
just to
throughout the
be in the
process.
building and all of a sudden everybody around you is singing the song. They They
Yeah,
know
'cause I'm
how
not
to
a
go.
singer. My wife is more the singer. She have
Oh,
recorded
okay.
before and so forth, but,
Okay.
but yeah, but I'm not. So I need to be in a very large crowd. Maybe 300, I can be 299,
Uh-huh.
so my
Uh-huh.
voice is not heard, and then I'll sing
Just kind
along.
of drown out. Well, the only thing with this rehearsal that I mean, this conference that we're at, singers, a lot of singers are here, whatever country you're from, you
Mhm.
can sing, you can hear the note and you can project the note out. So there's not a lot of hiding around here. You better go way to the back.
Yeah, that would be me because I don't wanna sing, and then anytime I try to sing out loud, and my wife again is a singer, yeah, and
Yeah.
it so but anytime I sing out loud, she looks at me, and then my daughter who can sing too, she looks at me. I'm like, "Listen,
Mm,
guys, I'm not singing to hit the note. I'm just praising my Lord. Can
yeah,
I
you're
praise
just
my Lord?"
he says, "Well, let everything that has breath." That's all it says.
Exactly.
Didn't
Even
say
if
you
you
had
have
to
breath and
sound
no
good.
ears, no air song.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's amazing. It's like I was teasing some of the guys who've been with the music and arts forever. It's like you hear when there's wrong parts, I look at a couple of them and then they're like, it's like something in it. They can't hold themselves. They just got. But Edwin Hawkins was like that. Edwin would see so he would be so poised and so demure as he's listening to something, and then all of a sudden he'll just go. Hmm. And uh-oh, he heard it, and then he just kind of attacks it and he'll get right up like lightning. Okay, let's fix this. That's just how he was. And Donald, that's why I'm telling you, it's just was inevitable for Donald to take over this because the spirits are just so in sync how they approach music.
Yeah, and even like you were saying before in the last time, and Donald shared a little bit of it when we spoke in that interview. It's just like when
Mhm.
he received the ask and he
Yeah,
had to sit on it for a little while because he's like, he
yeah,
received it. He didn't say an automatic yes, which is one thing I love about
right,
Donald. It's just he's so
yeah.
thoughtful and methodical and like everything he's doing. He's not going to just jump in.
No,
Yes, I'm going to do it. And then you do it halfway or you
no.
just can't fulfill it. But he's going to think about it and then
Mhm.
sort of come back once he have a plan and really ready to do it. So I think, him just being the person
Yeah,
that's pushing the vision and making it his own while
yeah,
keeping the authenticity and the purpose in mind. I feel like that's great, and it's needed because there's always the conversation: is choir music dead? Is the choir
yeah,
no more? Is the choir this? Like there's always these conversations around the choir, but as being doing this itself, like it's the basis of music in general and just everything
yeah.
else. Seeing everyone is pulling on it. The R&B artists,
Mhm.
the hip hop artists, everyone is pulling from choir in some way,
Yeah,
shape, and
and from
form.
gospel,
So,
and you talk to any one of the major R&B artists, they're gonna tell you, it was the Hawkins, it was the Clark sisters, it was,
yeah,
those, people that they grew up on that really structured even the way they sing R&B.
I'm with
So,
you 100%. So no, that's great stuff. Listen, man, I appreciate you in the room bringing us in,
yeah,
giving us all the
yeah,
information. Definitely follow your platform. Love what you're
I
doing,
appreciate you.
conversations and whatnot. Now, appreciate you giving me a few minutes to chat live, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I want everyone so tell everybody about your show where they can find you even off of, YouTube.
Yeah, so Gospel Music Buzz. Our show is called The Buzz. It's on, Spotify, Audio Mac, anywhere you listen to podcasts. And then we post the video primarily on YouTube and then on our platform, Gospel Music Buzz on Instagram and everywhere else. We are a faith-based marketing and media promotion platform. So, we work with folks to get the message out there. And our slogan is bringing you the buzz in gospel and wholesome content. So if it's wholesome, if it's gospel, if it's good, we're going to talk about it. We're going to put it out there and, appreciate you guys checking us out. Thanks again, Saint.
I'm hitting you right now. I can't believe I haven't added you. So I just added you on Instagram.
Th- Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one. I know it's probably like almost 2 a.m. your time. So,
It is 1:11, so I will not be on here too much longer. You're
all
right.
right. I'll keep
All right,
watching.
thank
Thanks
man.
again,
Thanks
man.
for
Have a
coming
good
on.
one.
Appreciate you.
Cool.
All right. So make sure you guys uh subscribe to Gospel Music Buzz. He has looks like he has some wonderful interviews over there. So I'm definitely gonna go over there and check it out. Who's that? What is that? I don't like that. Yeah, that's Edwin, right? That's totally Edwin. Totally, Edward. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to see more. I don't want to see people talking about going. I want to see people actually go. It just amazes me how all these people that say they are in, they want to be artists, they want to have choirs, they want to do all this, but they don't take the extra step to actually go out and sharpen their gift, with other iron. Iron sharpens iron. And iron can't sharpen copper. Iron can't sharpen coal. You need iron on iron, as they say. So it just baffles me that people will just run around just doing their local talent shows and local uh, uh, um, musicals. In my city, we see the same people on these flyers, the same people, every event, the same people. But you never, I rarely see anyone really going out to really sharpen their gift outside of their church, you know? Just because you sing every Sunday morning and that don't mean you call yourself an artist. You know, you really need to sharpen your gift with other people that are sharper than you. What's up, Shardy Shard? Yes, you need to be in the to be. That's right. You need to be that is per. You need to be in the room to be in the room. And like I said, I why not go out somewhere, and if you have a choir, go present your choir to the world instead of just presenting your choir to your city or your state or your denomination of church. Present your choir to the world. Donald Lawrence has provided a wonderful platform for you to do that. Get a sponsor, start early. Figure out if you're as good as you think you are, then you should be able to gather people up to help support your goodness, to get you out of the country and into the eyes of some other people who can expand your ministry. You know, you just have to do it. You have to make the sacrifice. Or keep singing at your funerals, keep singing at your birthday parties and your weddings, or what, and Sunday morning, which is nothing wrong with that. But stop calling yourself an artist if you're just are you just comfortable local. You should never just be comfortable local. Let me tell you what that doggone Bay Area did tonight. What's your car was in here? That Bay Area came in and wrecked this place. Johnny Nash and the Monterey Peninsula Community Gospel Choir. Yes, I said the Monterey Peninsula, over there in Monterey, California, over there Seaside area. They came in here and they have a multicultural choir, singing good. This setting is the perfect setting for them. That's why this thing always gets closer to me. Back up, back up. It seems like when somebody comes on, it gets bigger. Let me see. Did I do that? Let me see something. This is so big. Get out of here. Why are you so big? Still big. Okay, whatever. But what was I saying? But let me tell you, they brought in that doggone. You just bring in your hitters. That's all you do. You bring in your hitters. Johnny Nash brought in his hitters tonight. He brought Lawrence Matthews. He brought Frida Campbell. Frida Lyons Campbell. He brought in Robin Hodge Williams out of the Bay Area. And Robin about wrecked this place. Well, all of them. But once, they let Robin loose, and Robin was a new Edwin Hawkins singer. I think Edwin grabbed her. So, whenever Edwin wanted to go to church, you know how Bobby Jones had the little short, thick lady, and then the other one with the doily, and then Beverly Crawford. He had to grab a few hitters so he can, place them at spots when it was time to have church. And that's what Johnny did tonight. He went on and grabbed some hitters, and they wrecked that place. And Bay Area is a whole different beast, Kevin. It's different than Los Angeles. It's different than Chicago. It's just, I mean, but I do say Chicago and Bay Area have something in common. It's hard to find people who cannot sing in those places. And if you cannot sing, generally they don't pick up the mic. They don't even try. They just leave it alone. But it's hard to find non-singers in the Bay Area and in Chicago. When we took the conference to Chicago for the first time, and I sat there, and that was the first time I actually experienced the gospel music of Chicago. And that night we had the pleasure. Was that the night? I think that was the first time. I can remember the first time that I actually saw Reverend Milton Brunson in concert. Or had I gone to the no, that was the first time I saw them. Then after that, I went to that last live recording that they did. And Sweet Holy Spirit was there that night with Bishop Trotter. DeAndre Patterson, it was there. That choir that I think what's his name directs, Malcolm Williams direct, but it's that community choir. I think it was Malcolm Williams and the lady from Fellowship, the older lady, the choir director. They had a choir or something. Yeah, where's the Lawrence Matthews located? He's in the Bay Area. Lawrence Matthews is in the Bay. Yeah. So he's going to lead a song tomorrow. Sounds awesome. It sounds great. So, yeah, great faith. Well, no, that's his group. He was directing a different choir that night. It was like a community choir that had been going on for years. I just can't remember what the name is. Somebody will put it in the chat when they listen to the replay. What's her name? Odessa Evans, whatever Clay Evans' sister's name. But I think she was over the choir, but Malcolm Williams was directing too, and all that stuff. Yeah, Oakland, I think. I don't really quote. I just say the Bay Area, Kevin, because some of these people don't live in Oakland and they live on the outskirts of Oakland, or they live in the South Bay, East Bay. So I really don't be pinpointing, put something down. I don't live in no Oakland. I live in Palo Alto, or I live in Vallejo, But everybody, we just say the Bay Area. That's what I say, because I don't know where these people live. Was it Praise 2? No, it wasn't that. It was some, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't that. It was a longer name. There was a lot of older people in it. I can't remember what it was. See, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Right. They were like, I don't live in Oakland. I live. I'm like, they just in the Bay Area somewhere. Everybody thought the Hawkers lived in the Bay Area. They lived in Ripon. That was a whole city down, south of the Bay Area. So they lived about, what is Ripon? Ripon was probably about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half, maybe an hour from Oakland. And everybody thought the Hawkins lived in the Bay. They were Bay Area. I mean, the church, was in Oakland, of course, but they actually lived in Ripon. I think they moved somewhere else after Walter died. But yeah, and Ripon is like about 2 hours from me. Yeah, that's when Edwin came, he drove, but he didn't drive. I think what's his name drove him here. But Charles Jackson. I remember old Charles. He was funny. He was hilarious. Charles Jackson. Where are you based? No, I'm in Fresno. I'm about 2.5 hours from San Francisco, south of San Francisco, and I'm about 3.5 hours from Los Angeles. So I sit right in the middle of California. Yeah. Ludella, that's her name. My son is Togo African today. Visiting. Oh my goodness. Praying. Oh yeah, definitely praying support for him. Yeah. He's visiting orphanages business. Okay. He ought to get with Valerie Daniels Carter. She got some stuff. She got some really good stuff going on over there. I tell you, that's why the coaches need to leave her alone. I told Queenie the other day. I said, listen, because Lennox goes with her to Africa, and they have, they got, I think she said 2,700 women that they put in their own, seated for their own businesses. And they just broke ground. They're about to build a medical center, and already got a medical center over. I said, That's why coaches need to leave Valerie alone. They doing way more than the whole organization is doing for people. She actually doing the work of a pastor, of a business owner. She's doing the work. These other people just sitting around passing around titles. That's all they doing. Just passing around titles. Hey, what's up, JP? Mm-hmm. You say you used to live in the bed. So you know the deal, Kevin. You know how they do. Only there. Thanks for taking us with you. I have been. I'm glad you have. Yeah. I mean, and hopefully it's motivation. Hopefully it's motivation for people to get out, for people to explore, for everyone, uh, to go outside and touch the grass over in another country sometime. And it's not a floss. It ain't nothing like that. It's a life. It's living. Experiencing. I want to show my daughter. Listen, go out. My daughter travels and goes, and next year, I mean, in 2 years, I told her. But I told her when I talked to her yesterday morning. Whenever I talked to her, I don't know what time it was when I talked to her and what time it is now, but she was happy because who was I talking to, and it was waving to her. I think it was some artist. I can't remember. But I want her to see, you got to travel, you got to go out and live. You only live once. And if you say, like I said, if you say you doing a certain thing, gospel music, whatever you're doing, it's like, say you, like your son, he wants to do the orphanages, and it's good to, support the children here, but he's going the extra step, and he's going to see about some in Africa, seeing what he can do there. There's always extra steps you can take. Yeah, doing it the way you posted. Listen, that's all I can do, Murky Man. That's all I can do. Canada and Australia. Well, Australia's actually, I mean, Canada's good too. I mean, yeah, yeah. But I listen to people, talk about church stuff, talk about choirs and music, and they don't go nowhere. They just kind of talk about what we see on social media. And I just don't want to be that type of person. I want to be a hands-on and want to actually take my audience and supporters even if because a lot of you guys are older, and some bedridden, some can't travel, some can. So for those who can't, I want to be able to have you travel with me, and then those who can, I would love to actually have you physically travel with me to things such as this. Yeah, so it's a possibility. It's a possibility. So yeah, I just wanted to come in and just share with you guys. Just don't look at what I'm posting, especially if you're in the music ministry, and if you're in the, even if you're, let me tell you, any kind of genre of music can benefit and has benefited from gospel music. So sitting amongst how Donald and others teach how to intentionally attack notes, that can help you any type of genre of music you sing in, any type. I had a couple of friends who were in the rap, and they asked me to kind of do some vocal training for them because they wanted to be able to do their own hooks. So I was able to, take what I learned and show these rough, tough Negroes how to, form their words and how to make it a little bit more effective in their recording. So all this stuff that we're learning in these 3 days can be used in a lot of different ways. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So that's all we're doing, y'all. That's all we are doing. Hopefully, I don't know. We may be back in Stockholm. Donald, he liked how, and what you have to remember that, what's up, Deanna, that when you're going out of the country, you're dealing with a lot of different rules and regulations. You have a language barrier. You have certain rules and that need to be governed that we may not have be privy to knowing or to fully understanding. They may be different than how we're seeing them here. A rule may be different here than it is there, and be me meaning the same thing, but it's kind of uh, um, governed different. So Donna was able to really connect with some people here in Stockholm who were in London when we did it a couple of years ago. So listen, if we can do it again and we have the boots on the ground here, why not have it in Stockholm, Sweden again? It works. So I don't know. There's been no formal announcement of where it's going to be in 2 years, but wherever it is, I'll let you guys know when I see it or when I hear it. I'll let you guys know. Definitely. Where's Tashi at? Oh, who said that? Mm. So, all right, y'all, it is 1:27 here. I said I wanted to stay on for about an hour, and I did just about that. So, if you guys would like to support the show and support what we're doing here, listen, it always takes money. It always takes money to do what you love. Bottom line. All right. Isn't Can't you apply that to your spouse or your significant other too? It always takes money. But there are your ways to donate if you like to donate to the platform. $ the St. James Show, or just $ St. James Show. There's your Venmo, the St. James Show, and your Zelle and PayPal with the email of the St. James Show at att.net. There's your physical address if you would like to send anything, or long enough it's something decent, and don't be sending me no booby traps or nothing crazy. All right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Quite a few of you do send your snail mail, and I appreciate it. It is usually, not only is it with a little a donation, but it's always like an uplifting word, and that's what I really appreciate. I really do. So, again, everybody, listen, it is out today. Make sure you download Global Love Alive London, and listen, we're about to record Global Love Alive Stockholm 2, Global Love Alive 2 in Stockholm on later on this evening, which is already Saturday here in Stockholm. So later on this evening, we will be recording over I don't think 10 songs that will go for Global Love Alive 2. So can't wait for that. But download the most recent release, which just got released at midnight. And at midnight, oh God. You too, sir. Thank you for coming up and sharing. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Gospel Music Buzz. Make sure he is here on YouTube and also on Instagram. All right. Thank you for those who are watching on Facebook. We rarely get any people over at Facebook. Every now and then people will come through, but we rarely do. But we appreciate y'all over there in the little storefront church over there. We do appreciate you. All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.